Can you really call yourself a Bitcoiner if you haven't been to a Bitcoin conference? Let's mine deep. Bitcoin is a decentralized revolution, but almost every single week, hundreds to thousands of people from different countries across the world come together to attend a Bitcoin conference somewhere. The first ever Bitcoin conference in history took place in New York City on August 20th, 2011, hardly 2 years after the Genesis block. At that time, we didn't have Michael Saylor rallying the cyber hornets.
And my last point to you, you do not sell your Bitcoin.
Or Jack Mallers making historic announcements on stage with thousands of people. Back then, it was hardly more than a gathering of Bitcoin core developers, all trying their best to explain what this Bitcoin thing even was to one another. Bitcoin had an $81 million market cap back then, worth less than 30 teardown homes in San Francisco. Now, it's a $1.3 trillion market cap asset. And likewise, hundreds of conferences have popped up celebrating and building on Bitcoin's growth and success. So maybe you're new to Bitcoin and you just haven't gotten around to it, or you're a long-term hodler, but you haven't been convinced that selling your sats for conference tickets is worth it? Well, here are my top 5 reasons for going. Number 1, the networking. The Bitcoin conference, in particular, has hosted the largest number of Bitcoin speakers, educators, and other notable guests every year for 5 years running. There's no better place than these conferences to meet and build friendships with like-minded Bitcoiners. Number 2, the product launches and demos. Developers on cutting edge of Lightning, wallets, and mining use Bitcoin conferences as exclusive destinations to showcase their products in action, sometimes months or years before the general public have access to it. Number 3, employment opportunities. Whether you're looking for a job in Bitcoin or you're looking to hire talent, conferences like Bitcoin 2024 and beyond are the top places to make those potentially career and life-changing connections. Number 4, the speakers. Look, if you're a real Bitcoiner, you're gonna do a whole lot of book reading, video watching, and podcast streaming. But learning amongst the other Bitcoiners or even being involved in the live Q&A sessions is an experience you can't get anywhere else. And lastly, the history-making moments. Jan 3 announcing Madeira's embracing of Bitcoin, presidential candidates revealing their Bitcoin platforms, and don't forget El Salvador's Bitcoin law. It was announced at Bitcoin 2021 before anywhere else in the world.
I will send to Congress a bill that will make Bitcoin a legal tender in El Salvador.
Why should you care? Some people say Bitcoiners have more conferences per 1,000 people than almost any other niche or industry in the world. I wouldn't be surprised. But there's a good reason for it. Bitcoiners are a collective of people that transcend political ideology, class, ethnicity, and life experience. And there's no better way to experience the audacity and passion of Bitcoin's social movement than by being at a Bitcoin conference. Bitcoiners are just built different. And there's gonna be a ton of them to meet at Bitcoin 2024. So if you haven't booked your tickets for it yet, get on to it. Who knows? Maybe we'll bump into each other. Don't miss David Bailey Backstage.
We're here with the creator of Bitcoin Magazine. How does it feel to host the first ever Bitcoin Festival?
You can feel the energy, the vibe right now. Every revolution is driven by music, by art, by culture. Dude, this is undeniably, I don't even know what to describe this as. It's not even feel like a festival does it the right justice. This is a moment, So
take it in, because you made everything happen, man. Thank you.
The community made this happen. This is just the beginning of what we're gonna do. This is tiny in the scheme of things. We're gonna take this to every country, every continent, until all people around the world have Bitcoin.
It's a movement, a Bitcoin movement. Thank you, man.